It will not focus. 7 times. It wasn't like that. This is an autofocus. The worst example is the Spectrum phone that will not focus often when they don't like something. They're next door with the decibel law breaking plate. Make that pity, whatever you get when you don't get me. 424-229-4140. Just 493 check calls. You can call them whatever you want. And over 14 years of asking the world to check their lifelines. It also involves stolen mail. Not just to me, but for political, religious, and business gain. They steal that mail, they sort that mail. That involves software, and that involves people separating all post offices. So put that LaJoy, who was fundraiser for Biden, and as a reward he got all the mail he can steal as Postmaster General. Remember to bring me up what I just mentioned in front of all those folks like Postmaster Generals of post offices. And of course, Admiral Gilday, top of the Navy, Berger, top Marine General, Organized Ray Crime Family Head, Christopher Wray. He runs the FBI. And it's very obvious the stealing of my mail. My calls, your calls. And you don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. So bring me up left and right. They don't know if you're making a pocket documentary or not. Means you turn on your audio maker. And you ask about me. I was good at bars, high-end bars and low-end bars. Give them a drink or two and ask, what do you know about this? This affects our security as a nation and as family. Buy those drinks, and yes, bring me up even outside of bars at photo ops like Biden's or Biden's cabinet or his cabinet's cabinet. Bring me up. Why can't I reach Mr. Brady? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? What are you doing about that? You know that promotes a plague? Here's that siren. Let it be a reminder to make that video if you hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Of course, pull over. You get to the office, you get to your home. Fire engine. They make a lot of stops out front. It's paramedics. More than they did the first 2 or 3 years I lived here. Moved here in 2017, March 1st. And here they shut down the decibel law breaking fleet there. Put to bed the part of a year, 3 months ago, showed back Stanky, I guess, gets character identification with that. We're surrounded by apartment complexes. This thing is surrounded by apartment complexes. And they have the ability to turn off that noise within their lot, their own lot. And they've shown me out there that they can do it several times over the past several years. So a fun thing to do is when you got something in your neighborhood, AT&T owns Spectrum. AT&T as well as Spectrum. You got some folks conducting noise harassment for political, religious, and business gain, and that's just small potatoes compared to the lifelines being hijacked. Yeah, interactive. They have the decibel law-breaking fleet conducting noise harassment. It's easy to identify. Decibel law-breaking stuff. Instead of that meek little noise that lets folks know they're backing up. It's a safety precaution is what some would claim. Stanky on down. You tell them, so is me making a video of your hijacked lifelines. You're hijacking of my lifelines. 424-229-4140, that's a safety procedure. And so is you not knowing who. Of the general public, or when they go to install phones, AT&T or Spectrum, and they ask, why can't I reach this man? What do you know about it? They're either just like Gilday and recruiters and Berger and Marine recruiters, and yes, even the real military. They are either involved or incompetent. I've been asking the world to check the lifelines for over 14 years. And I've only gotten those 4. So exercise that safety precaution as you try to call me, as you drive past those AT&T homes. And what are you doing when you do that? Top to low. AT&T employees, you're letting them know it should be incredibly, immediately news. 424-229-4140. Stealing the mail, it should be news. Because it isn't, we're going to let you know we're keeping an eye on you, so when Ray or Gilday, when they tell you to hijack lifelines or perhaps be a devil in a medical community, they don't know when the like Sambanero, cardiologist I graduated with, he's still in Louisiana, Monroe, Louisiana. He doesn't know. Oh, mask imagery makes for some good mask imagery, the 9/11 stuff or just plain that stuff. They don't know if you make it a pocket dog. So get on video, and yes, you're letting them know. It's not news, but we're keeping an eye on you when Gilday tells you. He's already told you to harass this or that or the other with your decibel law-breaking fleets and hijacking of lifelines. When he tells you to hijack that lifeline and alter the phone records as a family is killed in the night. Yeah, we want you to think twice about that, Gilday, Berger, Swift. We want you to think twice. Do. And yes, bust up the monopoly that's way too big and is simply used to conduct noise harassment and to hijack lifelines and listen in without that pesky needed legal stuff. They're conducting war on us, the American people, and yes, 20 years ago they shouldn't have been doing that, and they dropped the ball with 9/11, didn't do intel on Osama bin Laden's terrorists. And recently, they didn't do intel with the dangerous Chinese Kemen Biolabs. Who knows what they're cooking up next? Stop conducting so much war on the American people and do your job overseas and in the seas, or we won't have. We won't be able to, you won't have anybody to conduct war on. To put out that plague that as dangerous as anything. And we will it's a sketch time. Strength in numbers. When you can't reach me by phone, afternoon hours, sleep some pain medicine. You see that? That 7-Eleven on this side of the street and a Target on the left side. Others, if you're going north, left side. Yeah, I'm after that vet that is now a graffiti place, so it must be abandoned. And first there's the Shell station, then there's the vet, and it doesn't look like much of a apartment complex. Oh, Word docs. Prepare everything as Word docs. I can't because of the Navy and Marine. That's an image, that's $3 plus, and that's 50 cents if you print it out. Printers are everywhere. Get all my stuff that way and hand them out at your church, at your work, at wherever. And yes, that's medical research being passed by. Rowdy brown circle. Completely gone. Used to be all dark brown. Slowly but surely changing to blue. And yes, there's no sign on the outside of the apartment complex. Just some big picture windows, and somebody from the patio said within the past week that the conference table they had out in front of behind the big plate glass windows is gone. Oh, they weren't talking to me, so I don't know. Combos. Make for some good combos. Pick your favorites and get it done. I got to do some more stuff. I want to get some designing in, and I'm taking pictures of the latest flowers. Let's see you next time. Pocket Doc asked them how many times has Mr. Brady been brought up in front of you, telling the world to check the lifelines for 14 plus years, only getting the 4 calls and no mail about any of the imagery or videos. How many times has Mr. Brady been brought up, and how many times did that good American have a pocket doctor going on their phone? For weeks. You got a 32 gigabyte card, 32 gigabyte card, and that's all you got. I got a lot of imagery and videos on my card, but yeah, you can let them go all the time. And it's good. Helps in crime solving. And it's not he said, she said. It's what actually happened. Take a walk through Melton's imagery and print out what you like. Come see me in person. Have Whitwell Travel showing the perfect place to build the Lord's house. Opportunity houses if you're not into the Lord. That's okay by now. But there will be a test at the end. But opportunity for all kinds of good businessmen, businesswomen. A knock on that door and tell me what you think of my imagery or my plans to build the Lord's house, those 1,000 points of light. And do some military pit bull project. Intel. You know how to get under folks' skin? When they scream out. What else they're doing besides being the devil in AT&T? Which on Spectrum, yes. Find out.